Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how sales professionals can leverage video to crush their goals. Let's get into it. So you don't even have to be in a sales profession to really leverage the power of video. Any position where your job is to generate revenue, you're going to find value in this video. So let's get into it. First, video provides better communication. We're talking more personalization, quicker trust building, and better comprehension. Next, we're also talking about powerful methods of prospecting, really how to break through the noise with things like custom content, video, thumbnails, really powerful methods so that we're breaking through the inbox and we're really setting ourselves apart from our competition. Next, we're also talking about following up. So we all know that fortune's in the follow-up, and using video, we're able to really provide more value and better engagement. And as a result of that increased engagement, we're getting more deals and better relationships. And then finally, we're talking about more powerful content that builds our reputation, it sets us as the authority, and it is easy to create using our host of tools. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump right into the demonstration. Okay, here's what Dubb can do for you. Dubb is an all-in-one solution. So what it does allows you to create, customize, and distribute videos through a whole number of methods. Let's first get into how salespeople are creating their videos. So depending on the sales opportunity you're in, if you're behind a computer, if you're on the go, we have a whole number of tools that are going to meet you where you work. First is the mobile app. So we can open up this little video tutorial center here, and there's going to be a video right down here, which goes into detail of how the mobile app works. Now this allows you to create videos on the go. You can use your front-facing camera, your rear-facing camera. You can take clips from any other videos you have and splice them all together into one. Now this is a really powerful way of creating dynamic content with things like music and emojis and multiple clips without having to use a video editor. So we can still be efficient with our time. So that is the first way to create videos, is through the mobile app. You can also create the videos in any other way and then upload them through your mobile device. So you can shoot your phone, video on your phone like you regularly would, and then upload it to the Dubb app. Okay, next we have the Dubb Chrome extension. That is this little button right here, and as long as you're using Google Chrome, this guy is available to you. Now, here's what this can do, is it allows you to create screen recordings just like this. You can see my little webcam down there. Now this can be my webcam, it can be my profile picture, it can be whatever I need it to, and it also can be used to record the entire screen, including annotations and more. So you'll see here if I hit share, it does a little countdown, and now I'm recording my screen. And I have an annotation tool here where I can click here for this, sign here for that, so on and so forth. More on the screen recording in a little bit, because this is a really powerful tool we're going to use for prospecting. So we're just still talking about the creation of these videos. We covered the mobile app, the screen recorder, and then we also have just the ability to create videos right here on the website. So I can hit this plus button, and I can either take a video from YouTube, or I can record one with my camera, or I can take it from the computer. Now, we also have integrations and add-ons into other channels. So as you can see here, this is Gmail. We have a direct integration with Gmail that allows me to do the same things. I can take videos from my library, I can record a brand new one right here inside of Gmail, or I can take them from my computer or YouTube. So these add-ons are available inside of Gmail, Outlook, CRMs, LinkedIn, you name it. So just about anywhere we are, we're able to create these videos regardless of whatever tool we're using. So that is the creation of the videos. Next, let's talk about the customization of the videos. So what do I mean by customization? The first thing is, you can see here I have this little video in my library, and every video has its own little management page like this. And how does this affect us? Well, one thing is, when we're sending videos or when we're sending messages to people for sales, we really want them to open our emails, we want them to click on our links and things like that. And we usually personalize those things to make them look a little bit more attractive, meaning, putting their first name, putting their company name in messages, and things of that nature. So with video, it's no different. And now when I want to share this video with somebody, there's lots of ways I can do it. So we talked about the creation, now we're talking about the customization, and the first element of that customization is actually determining what we want the thumbnail or the preview of the video to look like. So if I hit share and send here, you see there's this personalization text where I can say video for Darius or whoever I want it to. Now I can press that copy for email button, and I can paste this video into just about any channel I want. And you can see here inside of the email, it's going to put that first name, that text on it. It does a little animated GIF preview, which is the first 3 seconds of the video. So this is the first layer of customization. What we want to do is make sure that these thumbnails are really optimized for the leads we're reaching out to. So what does this mean? Inside of, like, say if we're prospecting on LinkedIn, what we want to do is pull up their LinkedIn account and actually log on to their LinkedIn profile and use their, let me see, one second. We want to actually log on to their LinkedIn profile and use their LinkedIn profile as the thumbnail. So here's what that means. If I'm going to want to prospect Darius here, here's how I would do that. I would log into LinkedIn, and then I would pull up his LinkedIn account, and I would create a screen recording here. And now this is for when we're doing a low volume, high ticket approach, because this lead is really valuable to me and I really want to break through the noise and make a connection here. So I would say, hey Darius, I was just checking out, we had mutual connections. I saw we had some friends in common, or I was reaching out to you based on X, and I noticed some things here on your LinkedIn profile. This is, of course, not the best example. You could do a better job of that here because you have a real reason that you're reaching out to these people. And then now when we upload this video, you'll see here that it actually generates a little thumbnail. And now this thumbnail is going to be much more interesting than, say, my face. Because we see what that video looks like in the email. It's going to be similar if we're sending this through LinkedIn or email or text messages or any channel. And what we want to do is if we want to have the highest opportunity of this message being clicked on, we want this video to be as interesting as we can for that lead. So if I wanted to share this one, which of these emails do you think is going to get a better click rate? This one here where it's just my face and he doesn't know who I am, or this one here that has something of theirs and they're clearly going to recognize that? So that's what I mean by customization of the thumbnails. We want to include things like personalization text, and when we're able to, we want the actual thumbnail of the video to be as customized as possible, whether it's to a specific industry or a specific person. So if you're doing a much higher volume approach, obviously making a custom thumbnail for each lead wouldn't be reasonable. So in that case, you would come back to the next best thing, which is maybe something specific to that vertical or something specific to that industry, whatever your next best bet is. The idea, though, is we want these thumbnails to have the best chance of the recipient clicking on them. Okay, what about when we've sent these videos through and they've actually clicked on it? Say we sent this through the LinkedIn integration or Gmail or through our CRM or text message or Facebook or whatever. When we send that and they click it, not only are we going to track every bit of this engagement, so we're going to see who clicked, who watched, how much of the video they watched, and things like that, but we're also going to be pushing them to a video landing page very similar to this one right here, except for it's going to be all of your own stuff. So your own logo, your own watermark, custom background, URL. This is an exit intent pop-up. One of the most important aspects here is the playlist and the call to action buttons. So as I mentioned here, we can have a custom thumbnail where the first part of the video is their LinkedIn profile. We're saying, hey, I wanted to reach out to you for some specific reasons, and I also wanted to show you something. And then at the end of that video, it can automatically transition into another video. You see there, I didn't need to click play or do anything else. It just segues from one video into the next using this playlist feature. So with this feature in mind, we can really get the best of both worlds. So we have a really custom thumbnail, 5, 10, maybe 30 seconds of saying, hey, first name, I'm reaching out to you because you're special. And then at the end of that, it automatically segues into that pre-recorded message where this is the bulk of what we have to say. As you can see in this video, we have some animation, some graphics, some things like that, where we've added some more production to this video. And this first one is just really raw. It's on a phone. And so that, like I said, is how we're getting the best of both worlds. We're having the personalization, the hey first name, but then we have a produced, more educational video where we're talking about the bulk or the majority of our product or service. So that's what the playlist looks like. The next thing is call to action buttons. So the idea here is when we're using video is we're trying to drive a very specific conversion. And if it's for sales, that's usually maybe make a purchase, or maybe you're having someone book a time in your calendar so that you can close them on the phone. Whatever that sales process looks like, you have your ultimate goal, which is what you want them to do. And so in our case, it's a calendar here. So that's one type of CTA you can have, is an integration with any calendar service like Calendly, Acuity, this is Book Like a Boss, you name it, we can get a calendar right on the page. These buttons can also be programmed to do just about anything else we want them to do. Fill out a form, download an attachment, visit a URL. even collecting video testimonial. So the other important thing here is we're not going to cover too much detail on how to set each of these individual elements up, but there are full training videos for every aspect of this. So this whole video landing page here, there's going to be a video in the video tutorial section about how to build custom video pages or how to customize your video pages. They're also in the articles. So if I come here into chat support and search the article database, lots of places we can find the support and the training videos for how to customize these pages, because we're really talking more about strategy now. And the strategy is to customize the thumbnails and then customize these video pages depending upon what the role is. So as I mentioned, if it's an inbound lead, which is what this page is for, it's designed to convert an inbound lead to an appointment. Maybe you have some similar use cases, or maybe it's an outbound video. You can see here the call to actions are actually set up as a sort of a sales funnel. So this is the very bottom of the funnel, but what about people that aren't quite ready to book a call or to reach out to me? We want to have an asset for like the middle bottom of the funnel, and what works well there is social proof. So things like case studies, testimonial, customer success stories. Our button here is just a URL redirection to testimonial videos from our clients. This can be whatever it might be for your business, whether it's a link to written reviews or it's a Dubb video you can put on there as a playlist of video testimonial that you collected with Dubb. The idea is to leverage your social proof, though, here on your video pages, because that's usually one of the biggest obstacles or hurdles from people taking that final step, taking that big action that we want. So something really crucial on these video pages is to incorporate your social proof. Case studies, testimonials, happy clients, whatever that looks like. And now tying the social proof in to the industry or the vertical you're reaching out to is really important. So say if you're trying to sell to more than one audience, the social proof you have on this page absolutely has to tie into an audience. So for us, for example, we have one audience that's really more enterprise focused, like a lot of users, big accounts, corporate accounts. And so in that case, we would have a button that says, view our Inc. 5000 case study. And for our individual users, they're not as interested in this enterprise options. They're more interested in the individual, small business owner, entrepreneur. They're more interested in those stories. And that's what these buttons lead to. So that's the idea of customizing these pages, not only with your own branding and design and elements, but more importantly, with the content and the assets that are going to help drive that conversion that we're ultimately after. All right, so now we've talked about how to create these videos using the mobile app, the screen recorder, and the add-ons. We've also talked about how and why to customize the thumbnails of the videos and also the video pages themselves. The idea is to customize these pages to have the highest chance of creating conversion. And so that means CTAs and playlists and branding and design. All right, now ultimately, when we're ready to distribute these videos, we have everything at our disposal that we need. So let's talk about that. We have the ability to send these videos either through email using that copy and paste method that I showed you. This is the universal kind of copy and paste method. I can use that and I can paste these videos into just about any channel I want. Like I said, Gmail, Outlook, a CRM, Facebook, text message, anything like that. So that copy and paste method works for anytime you're sending videos one-to-one, and we can track all those videos sent one-to-one. So if I'm sending one video to one person, I can know specifically who watched it, what percentage they watched, and all those good stuff. And then I can follow up with them. There will be a really detailed video on how to follow up, how to read reporting, how to analyze analytics and reporting, and how to best follow up with those in a second video. So be sure to watch that one. Okay, so we're talking about how to distribute these videos. We talked about the universal method of copying and pasting these videos into any channel. And now we can also send these videos out through bulk messages, or bulk methods, I should say. So Dubb has both campaigns and automations built right into the platform. So we can send out large broadcast emails to our entire list at once. Here's an example of one we sent to 16,000 or so. And we can also build out automations or drip sequences of emails. They go out automatically. And now this is really powerful for nurturing our leads. So, when we've already had them kind of fall out of that window of opportunity where, we're no longer manually following up with them, that's when we drop them into a little workflow, and it's a series of video emails that go out automatically. So when I was referring to nurturing and better content, this is what I was referring to. The ability to create things like screen recordings and videos where you're providing insight and education into not only your product or service, but the overall industry or vertical or the space that you're an expert in. And again, that goes back to being an authority and building that reputation, because we don't want to just be a salesperson. We want to be a trusted authority in this space. And that's how we're going to get that increased value of our product or service. So by using video, we're getting all the benefits that I've listed here of building trust, increased comprehension, better reputation and authority. And that's really how the system works, is by creating these videos, customizing them for our audiences, and then distributing them through the appropriate channels. So we talked about how to send them out in bulk. We've talked about how to send them out through automations. And again, in the video tutorial center will be detailed videos of how to build each of these, how to build campaigns and how to build automations. Our step-by-step screen recording videos right in there take you through every step of the way. So we've covered campaigns, automations. We've also covered the universal method of copying and pasting. We also have direct email options right from the Dubb website, so I can send video emails right here from this window. And then lastly, we have some integrations like I showed you earlier, such as Gmail, HubSpot, LinkedIn, things like that. And so with those integrations, we can select and record and send videos right from within those channels that we're using. So we've basically covered every channel you could be using, whether you're using your Gmail, an Outlook, or some other email. You can use the integrations or the copy and paste method. If you're using a CRM, we can use the integration or the copy and paste method. If you're sending just through text or social media, we have the mobile app, and we also have the copy and paste method for any channel. So we've covered just about everything now: how to create these videos, how to customize the videos, and ultimately how to distribute them through whatever channels we need. And the idea here is to really make sure that we're having the best chance of our videos being clicked on, and then also the best chance of driving a conversion once they visited this video page. And the best aspects of driving that conversion are things like social proof and content. So value, providing value up front is something we highly recommend to do. Providing some education, distinguishing yourself from your competitors, and trying to answer some objections up front. Why do they want to do business with you? And what are some common reasons that they wouldn't want to do business with you? And actually having some content here on these video pages to counter those objections can really help move the sales process along. Again, if you guys need any clarification on anything I've covered, be sure to visit either the video tutorial center here, or you can search for articles or ask chat support in our help center there.